Hello friends, Sentinel H here. Welcome to a flat world. Shiva's around here somewhere. Probably in among this crazy village. Oh no, wait, there he is over there. I see him. You see him over there? Can you see him? There he's standing over there. And we're doing some nuclear testing. Nuclear engineering. I thought I'd record it and edit it down and that might be kind of fun. So we're still on the I'm still on the working on nuclear reactors. Why is it so hard for me to talk all of a sudden? Working on nuclear reactors and attempting to get them to work the way I want. I'm looking to create a... Oh, I don't want the search box. No. A powerful nuclear reactor that will produce enough power for my needs while being as small as possible. Where is it? I can't find ReactorCraft. There it is. So we grab bedrock ingot blocks, which are the best blocks for blocking radiation. I mean neutrons. And we put those there. And then I don't actually know if these heat relays do what I think that they do. My idea is that they would balance the heat between these fuel cores, but maybe that's not what they do. Maybe they're just not doing anything sitting right there, and maybe I'm an idiot. But, I mean, I'm sure you guys already knew that. Steam lines. Nobody who's been watching my videos for any length of time has any doubts about my level of idiocy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I have to make this symmetrical? I'm just testing. I don't know, but I feel compelled to do it. Okay, ammonia. Go in there. Lube. I'm very pleased with this reactor at the moment. So I got rid of those two steam... I got rid of those two boilers. It doesn't look like steam production has quite picked up the pace again. It looks like I need to have some... By not having a block at the end of these... Like I had the world rift directly adjacent to the fuel core. I'm not sure if world rifts transfer heat. But they were a lot warmer when I had them right next to it.
Sorry if it sounds like I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to concentrate on how to build this thing. So.
Indeed. Get out of there, nuclear waste. I'm going to be carrying around a bunch of nuclear waste. Wow. Some of these fuel cores had a ton of it. Get out of my inventory, nuclear waste. Molybdenum, strontium, cesium, 137, samarium. Oh! Okay, well the nuclear waste is what was causing the reaction to be not as vigorous. So now that that's gone, our steam production is back up to max. Right. I always like to stick, not a boring machine, I always like to stick dynos on the ends of my turbines for my testing purposes. Don't know why, just do. And these steam scrubbers will...
You got the first step.
Oh!
What happened?
Ah, it's bad. The reactors were overheating again.
Well, there's still doing a neutron gun.
I know. I had to break one of the Worldrifts in order to stabilize it. Okay, I'm thinking that I can put these back. I'm thinking that the reason that it wasn't the steam boilers that lowered the output, it was just all the nuclear waste. So just put those back. I also think it's a good idea. What I'm doing is I'm taking the neutrons from one side of the reactor and throwing it through the other side of the reactor instead of the same side. It's just so dangerous. They do run warm, but the goal is to see whether these will actually run continuously or whether they will overheat and explode. So hopefully, even though it might go hissy once in a while.
We don't want hissy.
Hopefully they won't explode. I know. That's not desirable, but at the same time, I'm not that good at reactors. One thing is for sure, if you put any plutonium in this, you'd have a bad time. I have been interested, though, in a reactor that uses plutonium and uranium. So you have some cores running plutonium and other cores running uranium. That could work out quite well, I feel, because the plutonium core would run hotter if you could properly distribute that heat. I don't know, you could end up with a reactor that produces more power while still being safe, if you did it right. Three, four, five. I mean, if you're not an idiot like me and you can make decent reactors, you could probably just, you know, just do it. Ooh, tainted love. Ooh, ah, dum, dum. I like listening to classic rock. Like, at work. That's like the radio station I have it on. Is our local classic rock station. They always play the same songs, though. I mean, they're good songs, but they always play the same songs. There's like no variety. They play Barracuda. They play... of course they play Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, which is great, because I love it. They play Thunderstruck, another great song. They play I can't remember. I don't know the name of this song. Painted Black. Is that the actual name of the song? I know that's what most of the song is about. Alright, so I've fired up all 8 of these. Now I have to see if I am actually making enough steam to keep it going, or if my steam's on a deficit. Wow, it's not on a deficit. We're still producing positive steam levels. Again, I don't know if these heat relays are actually doing anything or not. But if I take them out and the reactor explodes, that would be not good. So we're getting about 16 gigawatts out of this reactor right now. What's the maximum output of a high pressure turbine as far as power goes? I don't know. But 16 gigawatts seems like a good amount. The thing about this reactor is it only requires 4 Worldrifts. How expensive is that?
Not very.
No, so once you get that far in ChromatiCraft so that you can kit out your reactor with Worldrifts, well, there you go. This isn't the most efficient reactor because I'm just basically voiding the neutrons that come from 2 of the core's sides, because it's just going into the thing and not being reflected. But if I was reflecting neutrons, there's no way this thing wouldn't explode. It's the power of Worldrifts, man. Since you don't lose neutrons at all in those directions. Again, I'm not sure if these heat relays are actually doing anything. Let me get rid of one. Let me just get rid of these, all of these. Yeah, I don't know if those heat relays were actually doing a single dang thing. They probably weren't. Well, they might have actually been insulating the center of the reactor. Oh. My thought process was that they would take the heat that as some of these cores got hotter than others, they would take that heat and put it into the other cores. Ah. No, 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 no. You know what? I think these actually were doing something. After I got rid of them, my reactor started going up to like 800 degrees, and it had never hit 800 degrees before. Reika could probably tell me if it's true or not, but it feels like these heat relays are making it safer somehow. I don't know if they're taking the heat and passing it into the air and getting rid of it, or what, but I think it's making the reactor more stable. I mean, this reactor's stability is only just. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with this reactor. I mean, it's a little it's a little hissy, but it's been running continuously now for I don't know how many minutes, and it hasn't blown up. So that's a record for me. I mean, sure, I can, and I'm joking a little bit with how disparaging I am on myself with reactors. I'm able to make stable ones. I'm just trying to, in my quest to use Worldrifts with reactors, the results tend to be a bit explodey. Because Worldrifts are a whole new ballgame because you don't lose any neutrons. Because they just pass straight through the system. They just go from one to the next without any loss, so very easy to get
Well, I'd like to see if you can run the similar setup to this with just half the core count. Smaller reactors, see if you shrink this down.
Yeah. So I'm able to run 8 of these with room to spare. So if I chopped it in half, it would probably run 4 with.
You're right back.
It should be able to run 4 with room to spare. Okay. So those are back up. We're obviously losing steam. Okay, calm down.
You still haven't added all the O's yet.
Don't need that one anymore. Question is, are we losing still? We are. We're still losing steam.
Well, let's see what happens when I break one of these.
We're losing.
These heat relays.
Ah, Shiva!
That's only for a few seconds. So the heat relays are doing something. Stabilizing it.
Yes, if you take out these heat relays, the reactor overheats very quickly. I'm not sure if these heat relays are taking that heat and putting it into the air, or if they're balancing it between the two halves of the reactor cores. I don't know. We are currently not running a deficit. It doesn't look like we are. It looks like we're stable now. Yeah, it looks like our steam levels stable and rising slightly. Okay, so we're running, yeah, so this will run forever. Cool. So we've been able to...
No, it's actually steadily going down. It is actually stable, but
is it going
like
down? Because at some of these points,
sometimes it's going up, and sometimes it's going down. I think it's like in that zone where you got almost like the perfect balance.
yeah, as long as it stays right around 2070. I know, 2070. All right, so I think this is good. So we're down to 8 cores from where we started at 12.
Which was, yeah.
And it's
And
still
fuel
running
will
the
be
same.
much more-
It's still running the same number of turbines. So this will.
And it's a lot more.
This will
efficient
use a
on
lot
fuel.
less fuel. Yeah. Question is, because here's the thing: we know reflectors aren't 100% efficient. They don't reflect all of the neutrons. Some of them still get lost. The question is, can I throw in another layer of them and make it smaller, or produce more steam? More Worldrifts. All of your problems can be solved with additional Worldrifts.
Oh, the boilers are almost locking in at 100 C now. Just need another row and it'll be good to go.
This one's barely even hitting it. I think we may have hit the point where we can't go any smaller.
One more step works.
Over here.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Well, you didn't exactly balance this, the first set you side one you out because you put it in the middle and not the corner.
It's heating up. The center boiler is basically almost always at 100 now. Most of the time anyway. The reactor cores are running smoothly.
Are you still getting running properly? Are you still getting fuel?
We don't seem to be in any danger of imminent destruction.
It probably doesn't help how you did the first side boiler because you put one in the center.
Doesn't matter.
I was thinking balance.
Ooh, ooh, get rid of him. Yeah.
That was out.
That hit 1,000.
What reflectors on this?
Looks like more than.
I feel like
it looks like more than one world rift on this side. Just completely
cooks it.
there. So we've got reflectors everywhere, including the sides that have the world rift on it. But we don't have another world rift making sure 100% of the neutrons get through. That seems to be the issue. See, when it hits a hot cycle, the additional world rifts make it go overboard. I've also wondered about using world rifts to send neutrons from what I would call a hot reactor into another one, using one sort of setup of fuel cores just as sort of to heat up another one that has the actual boilers around it. If that's a thing. One of them could run, because my thought process there is that, I don't know. Actually, I don't actually know what my thought process is.
No, this reactor seems a little bit more stable than your airhead side.
Yeah, when you do it like this, I actually did it like this once. You go from you go from this corner to that corner.
Yeah, but I get that, but I'm doing design without adjusting the wall rates, and it seems a little bit more stable. And in the center, the boiler gets super hot. Not like exploding hot, but hot enough.
Right.
I just need to adjust some of the piping here.
Reactors are interesting. They're complicated. I don't know enough about them yet. I need to talk to Reika about it. Ooh, ah!
What?
Come on, cool down. One of the cores hit 800, but the reactor cooled off. 1965. We're actually gaining steam. Not continuously, though. But it is slowly going up over time. I think this one might actually work as well. Interesting. Anyway, I gotta go. We've been recording for a really long time. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video of nuclear engineering. Thank you so much for watching. Like and comment the video if you did enjoy it. Join our Discord if you'd like to chat with us, especially about nuclear reactors. I'm Sentinel H, and I'm signing out.